Tiny habits that quietly harm your health and the smarter swaps that protect you. That's the topic for today on our segment with our health and wellness coach, Dr. Neelofer Basaria. You can check out drbasaria.com and, of course, her Insta handle as well, Dr. Basaria. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you? Long time?
Long
I
time, my
know.
goodness. But so happy to have you as always in the studio.
Thank you.
Toxins in our food, toxins in the environment, the products we use, so much confusion. And we also don't know about all these all around us. So let's get some clarity today with our coach. Okay. And if you have questions, then you can call in as well. Let's start off with food. Article we hear about air fryers, right? And there are all different types of air fryers. There's the basket wala, and then there's the ones that look like toasters and all that. It's there in every kitchen. The kids love them as well. um, are we adding toxins to our food when we are crisping our potatoes or making our chicken wings?
All right. Well, air fryer, hot topic, right? And
Yes.
so easy to prepare your food. We all love it in this busy lifestyle that we all have,
Hmm.
right? But just know that the appliance is not the villain, it's the chemistry of food that's
Okay.
important,
Okay.
right? So when we heat starches, I'm talking about especially starches, not vegetables or protein yet. Starches such as bread or potatoes or chips,
Mhm.
when we heat it at high temperatures without the moisture, then there are some compounds that are created. One is acrylamide. Okay. So, especially with starches, very important. So, be it your oven, be it your toaster, be it your air fryer. So, appliance is not an issue. It's more about the heating
Process.
process, high heat,
Mhm.
and lack of moisture. So, that's where we have to actually pay attention. So, what you can do with respect to air fryer, don't just use air fryer for all your cooking methods. Use boiling, use steaming, use your oven, right? So have a variety of
Mhm.
cooking methods.
Mhm.
When you are cooking starches, make sure that you are soaking your potatoes for 15 to 30 minutes in water.
Water.
So what that will do is that will wash out the acrylamides and a lot of sugars too,
Mm.
right? And then add some lemon or vinegar to the food.
Mhm.
That also slows down the production of acrylamide.
Okay.
So it is not that you have to ditch your air fryer.
Mhm.
It is more about cooking smartly so that you can have that crunch without the carcinogen.
Such important information, and we certainly didn't know this at all. What about using things like foil or parchment paper in the air fryer?
So, with respect to aluminum foil, it can leach into your food. So then, if aluminum is leaching into your food, it can go and accumulate in your brain,
Mm-hmm.
in your bones, and kidneys. So I would say, instead of using aluminum, try to use parchment paper,
Mm-hmm.
right? And non-bleach,
Yeah.
parchment paper. That is much, much better. And that way you will keep your food clean, and the cooking time or all that doesn't vary, and it doesn't even, if you've used it in the oven, the food doesn't even stick on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's really clean, mess free.
Okay.
So I would say definitely swap your aluminum foil with parchment
Parchment
paper,
paper.
and it's just so commonly used
Yes.
in the kitchen that we don't even think
Right.
about it,
Yeah.
but it does leach into your food.
Ah, okay. Very, very good information. What about non-stick pans? Teflon was the greatest invention until until we were like, uh-oh, no, not the ones that peel and scratch and all that stuff. So
Yes.
Teflon versus cast iron pans. Tell us about
Yes,
that.
yes, such a good question, Aisha. So Teflon itself, if you have non-stick pan, it has a clean Teflon coating. Using it at good temperatures, like not very high heat, it's just fine. So you don't have to panic there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you definitely have to worry if that pan is damaged, because then Teflon will leach into your food. All right. If you are using high heat,
Mm-hmm.
so usually, stay at medium heat
Okay.
on your non-stick pans. If you see the fumes coming out as you are heating,
Mm.
that is not good.
Okay.
All right. So be careful there. And definitely, like, we were talking earlier, have a variety of appliances, variety of methods to cooking. So definitely your stainless steel, your cast iron,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your other, pans that are non-sticky, but are useful. So swap different appliances, swap different cookwares, and use all of them. Do not stick to one, and definitely change your non-stick pan if it's damaged.
Mm. We've often heard about microwaves. Bad, bad, bad. So, is it okay to use it? Use it in moderation, not use it at all? What do you think?
Microwaves are fine. It depends on, then what you put inside it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you are warming your food in a plastic plate or a plastic container, that's when um, the the content of that plate or that plastic will leach into your food.
Mm-hmm.
So in general, microwaves, if you are using it for the right amount of time for the food,
It's okay.
should not be a problem.
Okay.
But talking about using plastic in it is a different subject, and if
Ne-
you want to talk about that, we can talk.
Yeah, that was my next question actually. That why are microplastics so bad? We keep hearing about it that they're found in seafood, they're found in table salt, honey, bottled water. What does it do? And they've
Yeah,
even discovered that these microplastics are found in our brains, right?
in our brain, in our placenta, where which is the food chain for the baby,
Yeah.
right? In our arteries, our
Mm-hmm.
blood,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
What
So
does
they
it
have
do?
found microplastic, nanoplastics. So basically, all these plastic bottles in which we have this honey or even water,
Mm-hmm.
water bottles itself are not like those bottles don't have BPA, but the plastic will leach into your food, into your water. And that is an issue. And especially when you leave your bottle in
The
your
hot
car,
car.
which
Mm.
is, yeah, hot temperatures, right? So that's the issue. So that's where we need to stop and pay attention with respect to even warming a food in the microwave. Do not use plastic containers, because that plastic will leach into your food, and then that will go into your body.
So what does
And
that do?
that is plastic. Nanoplastics are carcinogens. They can inflame your body. They can mess up with your hormones big time.
Mm-hmm.
So they are hormone disruptors. Infertility.
Mm.
Yes. So carcinogens, right? So causing cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So all these little bitty things that we don't think about. People warm their foods in styrofoam cups.
Yep.
Their
Yes.
little
Yes.
tea
Tea.
in that styrofoam cup, and stick it in the microwave. It produces styrene, which
Mm.
is, again, it's going to go in your body. So from that styrofoam cup, styrene is leaching into your tea, and then you're drinking it, and that can be a carcinogen, right? Or it disrupts the hormones in
Mm-hmm.
your body.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, be very careful there.
Wow. Okay. And we have a list of so many questions, so that's why I'm going at very rapid speed here. How about canned food, snack packaging,
Yeah.
and receipts?
Yes, 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 yes.
Come on.
I know, I know. This is a good one. So thank you for asking. So canned foods are lined with BPA. All
Okay.
right. So and now even if you see BPA free, then there is BPS,
Mm-hmm.
which is another bisphenol. Bisphenol A, bisphenol
Bisphenol
S.
S.
So you gotta be careful there with canned foods, and your receipts. Your receipts are um, made of thermal paper.
Mm.
So that paper is, it has BPA, BPS. All right, and when the heat touches that's when you see the print. So when you take the receipt, that BPA and BPS, it just goes really fast into your skin. And
Mhm.
especially if you have a lotion on, or if you just have used hand sanitizer. So the mechanism that the hand sanitizer uses to go inside your skin,
Mm.
or the lotion, it uses that and it goes inside your skin. So
Oh.
it's really, really fast within seconds. So, go receipt free, like online receipts,
Mhm.
getting that as a better option. Similarly, with respect to food, frozen food is your friend. So instead of going to the can, just see if you can find the same thing in the frozen aisle, frozen
I
section,
see.
right? Or fresh food,
The best.
right?
Mhm.
Best. Um, s- Stay on the periphery of the grocery store, like we always say, right? Fresh food, frozen food. Stay away from canned. The plastic packaging in your snacks is also the same thing. The
Mhm.
plastic is leaching
Mm.
into the food, and that is causing a lot of disruption of your hormones. There are thyroid issues that you see.
So many, and in young people now.
Yes. And a lot of these kids have PCOS, these
Yes.
girls.
Yes.
So all of these chemicals are leaching into our food without us knowing, and we're using all of these things. So the more processed foods you're going to use, the more you're consuming these inside of you. So
Goodness.
preservatives and then the packaging,
Mhm.
right? Both are going into your body. So that's why going fresh, cooking your own your meals, staying away from these canned products, um, and packaged foods, as well as we talked about receipts that a lot of people don't talk about.
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
Going electronic on those, it's
Right.
very important, because you have to be careful about your health and these tiny bitty things, how they are disrupting the chemicals inside your body.
Absolutely. All right, we are in conversation with Neelofer Basaria, a health and wellness coach, and we are talking about different daily habits actually around us that we eat, that we consume, that we use, that actually are putting toxins in our body, and just how bad they are for us. So it's all about education, it's all about awareness, and then eliminating them or reducing the use that we have. A lot of us love a great chicken tikka, and for a chicken tikka to be really good, it has to have that charring by charcoal, right? What do you say about that? And then of course, we go into a nice steakhouse and they ask us, how do you want the steak? And they're like, well done. Yeah, फिर hamburger has to be well done or whatever. So what's the real risk here?
Hmm. So when animal protein, when meat is cooked at high temperatures,
Hmm.
right? That's the charring that we want, right? And we want it brown and dark brown. That's where there are some chemicals that are produced in the protein, in the meat, in the of the animal, that are carcinogenic.
Hmm.
All right. So that dark brown tikka that you're eating, that's actually not good for you. It's loaded with carcinogens. Um, so go golden brown.
Hmm.
Do not go dark brown. Right. Cook the food completely. I'm not saying eat raw food, but that browning process has to be stopped. So temperatures have to be maintained.
Okay.
The time that it is on the grill has to be looked at.
Hmm.
All right. So very important, if you marinate your tikka,
Hmm.
your chicken,
Hmm.
your meat. Um, that marination process is very important. So the
Hmm.
spices and the lemon and
Hmm.
the vinegar,
Hmm.
that will reduce the production of those carcinogens that we are talking about.
Sure.
So marination is very important. Flipping
Hmm.
back and forth quickly.
Hmm.
All right. So it doesn't stay on one side for longer.
Hmm.
cooking your chicken, your meat in the oven before or stove beforehand, and then finishing it up with
On the
grilling.
grill.
Yeah.
Acha.
So it's cooked, and you're just getting that slight bit of grill
Taste.
effect and taste, but you're not keeping it there for longer.
Mm.
So remember, your flavors come from your spices, not from burning your food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But how about using a meat thermometer?
Yeah, absolutely. So to maintain, to see the temperature, it's not going beyond 500 Fahrenheit. Say, for instance,
Mm.
you use the thermometer, right?
Right?
And that will also guide you that your meat is cooked, but it's
Mm.
not overcooked or it's
Right.
not there for longer. So yeah, bringing awareness, like you said, and bringing attention to these things and thinking about it. We just go into any restaurant, we just go and order grilled chicken nuggets. Very, very, I mean, no problem, right?
Mm. Mm.
But all that is coming with that charring,
Yeah.
and you see, and a lot of times some of the fast food restaurants, they do artificial like
Yes.
charring, like
Yeah.
which is done with dyes. So
Ah.
that's even worse.
Oh my God.
But if you think that, oh, I'm not ordering
Fried.
spicy fried chicken, I'm ordering a grilled chicken and I'm fine. Be careful there, because you are loading your body with carcinogens.
Mm-hmm.
So again, always, home cooked food where you can control things
Yeah.
is important. But just understand that what happens to meat when it is cooked at high temperatures for longer, and that happens.
Mm. Interesting. We have a question that has come about cooking in an iron skillet.
Iron skillet is very good, like we talked about, right? We should have like different pans. So stainless steel is good. Iron
Copper.
skillet, and because some of that iron also goes into your food, which is good. You need that,
Mm-hmm.
right? But again, any damaged products, you gotta change.
Yes. How about copper? Now you see like these very fancy chafing dishes that are copper. That's okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So copper plates are dishes are fine too, or cookware.
Mm.
But again, wherever there is damage, you need to replace it. But have like a multitude of these um, cookwares.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. How let's shift a little bit of our focus and talk about woman's best friend. No, not diamonds, but makeup.
Yes.
Of course, we've talked, in different segments about how you have these very young girls now who are using makeup products and retinol and all this stuff, which they don't need, right? Their skin is so beautiful.
Hmm.
But our makeup, our lotions, uh, for example, everybody used to use talcum powder with talc before they realized that talc was a carcinogen. And then, of course, now it's just cornstarch
Yeah.
that is used. But tell us about the toxins in our lipsticks and our blushes and our, eyeshadows and all that.
Mm. They're loaded with phthalates, parabens,
Mm-hmm.
PFAS. So
What are all
big
these?
time hormone disruptors,
Acha.
infertility,
Whoa.
thyroid issues,
Hmm.
inflammation in your body. Yeah, some of them carcinogens.
What is it exactly that we need to look for when we are reading a lipstick label?
If you look at
Fluoro.
fluoro, FLUORO,
Okay.
stay away, because it has its PFAS. So any
Acha.
fluoro. There are apps these days that you can use, and you can just scan the barcode,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll give you a number, whether it's safe, it's moderate, it's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, Think Dirty is one of them. EWG has the Environmental Working Group,
Mm-hmm.
has their app. Yuka is an app. There are different apps that you can use, and it's very easy
Mm-hmm.
to kind of scan those things. So, very important to read your ingredients labels,
Mm-hmm.
right? And in the products that you're using, and then stay away from a lot of fragrance, because there's a lot of chemicals that are hidden behind the fragrances.
But what about perfume?
Yeah, so there also you have to like these apps that I'm talking about, they're going to review the product, the ingredient list for you, and
Mm.
they'll tell you. But go for natural scents, not the artificial, synthetic, chemicalized scents.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's important. I know it's tough, but there are companies that are marketing good products. Branch Basics is one. Um, Primarily, I think something, Primal Pure, something like that.
Okay.
That has good products. Seventh generation. So look it up.
Mm.
You can find it, and there are.
Lush is one.
Yeah, so some of those products might not be as cheap, but they will last you longer, and it's a good investment if
Mhm.
you are looking into, you know, buying clean products
And it's an investment in yourself
in
and
your
your health.
health. Yes.
Two products have been in the news recently. One is gel nails, and how when you put on the gel nails and you put your hands under this UV light, and just that can cause cancer as well, skin cancer. And what they're finding is that they're causing like dermatitis on the eyelids, and other infertility and thyroid issues and everything, just by going to a nail salon and using these gel nails. Anything that you can add to
Yeah,
that?
see, I think it's the frequency of it that's important. Like if you're doing it occasionally, that is fine.
Hmm.
But what I see younger girls doing this, like, you know, in a week or 2 weeks, when you're done with one set,
Yeah.
you are going for the next one. And so it is a continual process.
Hmm.
That's where all of these things are really detrimental, because you're taking in a lot of chemicals inside of you, UV lights, acetone, the quality of your skin, your nail, your hair, with all these products, it's suffering,
Hmm.
right? Temporarily on the outside, it feels like, okay, I'm set for right now. But think long term in
Hmm.
these things. So I would say, don't ditch everything. Don't feel like, oh, I cannot do anything, but sparingly,
Hmm.
systematically,
Okay.
smartly,
Okay.
use these things.
Okay. The other thing that was in the news recently was the use of hair dyes and its association with breast cancer.
Hmm.
Did you
I
hear that?
don't
Okay.
know. I mean, I don't know how. There is a lot of, and we will talk about things in the news,
Yeah.
but I think do your proper research. A lot of these studies are observational,
Hmm.
so and sometimes we don't have enough data,
Hmm.
like deodorant and breast cancer.
Yes, that was my next one.
So yeah, so there are, again, I just I was the other day I was checking a dye, a hair dye. Like, sometimes you use some touch ups,
Hmm.
and there were a couple that were good and okay to use by those apps when I scanned the barcode.
Mm.
So again, I'm bringing your attention to smartly,
Yeah. Yeah.
check, have the awareness, and there are products available in the market. And if you research it, look it up online, and you will find products that are cleaner and better,
Mm.
and you can use those dyes,
Yes.
right? So you don't have to, if you don't want to go gray, you don't have to. But bringing your awareness and not just buying anything that's
Hmm.
there
Hmm.
um, is the way
Yes.
to go.
Use your gray matter to not go gray, or to go gray properly. All right. Very, very useful information. So I've noticed now that there were deodorants which are now saying aluminum free,
Yes.
right? Is so, are they like quietly saying, all these decades we put these products out there, but they're really not good for you, so now we're providing you an alternative, and they're doing it very, very quietly.
Yeah. So see, aluminum, we talked about through aluminum foils too, right? So aluminum will um, get absorbed in your skin, under your skin, and then it'll go to your brain
Mm.
and your bones and your kidneys, right? And it's not good.
Hmm.
So what aluminum does in the deodorants that we use, it temporarily stops the sweat glands,
Mm-hmm.
so we don't sweat and there's no odor, right?
Ah.
So aluminum free deodorants will not stop the sweat glands, so you will
Mm-hmm.
still sweat,
Hmm.
but they protect the odor.
Okay.
So there are some antibacterial things in there, so that helps with the smell and all.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, those aluminum free deodorants are better than the
Yeah,
other ones.
absolutely. But they are deodorants, they're not
They are
antiperspirants.
not
That is the
antiperspirants.
difference.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
got it. Everywhere around us, we go walk into somebody's house, and the house is smelling beautiful. There are these lovely, luscious candles, and you're like, wow, this is so good. How bad are
Yeah.
these for you?
We love our smells, right? And those lovely smells, Bath and Body Works and white candle,
Yeah, white barn
barn
and
candle.
mm,
So yeah, those candles with the wax and the fragrance, they are not good. They
okay.
are producing a lot of volatile organic compounds, VOCs, we call them,
Hmm.
like benzene and formaldehyde, and those increase oxidative stress in your body, inflammation in your body. They are carcinogenic too. So all those fragrance candles, sorry to say, but it's not healthy. Occasional use, again, fine. Well ventilated area, but in a closed area, you're using it for longer periods of times, no.
Hmm.
So I would say definitely be careful there. Use beeswax
Hmm.
candles or soy with that has the the wick has to be not plastic, or
Okay.
it has to be more paper, wooden, things like that. So
Diffusers? How about diffusers? The reed diffusers?
yeah, so the diffusers are fine if you're using pure essential oils,
Hmm.
right, and
Hmm.
diffusing. But again, the purifier and the diffuser, there is a difference. So you want to purify your air, those are carbon purifiers. Those will purify your air. But if you're diffusing it for longer periods of times, even with essential oils, uh, they do put in chemicals that we are breathing in. So
Mm.
be careful. Your air has to be clean, and you have to make sure that what you are breathing in is not a lot of chemical,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
So these the beeswax candles that I talked about, they have natural scents.
Hmm.
Those are good candles.
Yeah.
So branch basics, like I talked about, they have it. The other companies has it too. So go for those. It will keep your house fresh. Plus, if you open those windows,
Yes.
you know, every now and then on a
So
regular
important.
basis, so important, it will bring freshness in your
Yeah.
house. So you
Especially
don't
now, the weather
need,
is so good outside.
yeah.
These are the days that we love
Yes,
non-stickses.
yes, yes. So that will definitely help. So
Mm.
if you are using candles, go with the ones that are better ones. Of course, they're not going to be your $15 candle. They will be
Yeah.
$45, but it's much
Worth
better
it.
than using those cheaper products. And especially when there's a lot of fragrance, be aware.
Hmm.
There are a lot of chemical that is underneath that fragrance.
Is there something that we can use to absorb smells naturally?
Absorb smells naturally in our
Like,
body.
no, जैसे आप कुछ पका रहे हैं तो I've often heard that if you boil a pot of water and put some vinegar in it next to it, then it absorbs the smell. So, do you know of
So
anything
the
like
vinegar
that?
will absorb the smell, so you
Yes.
won't
So it
it
won't.
won't come to you, or it
Yes,
won't. Yeah,
it'll
yeah. So
dissipate in the house.
vinegar, baking soda, the simpler things, they can, like, if you want to clean your countertop, you
Hmm.
can use baking soda. It will smell fresh because it's going to absorb the bad smells, or
Mm.
vinegar.
Yeah.
And then you can, again, some people don't like the smell of vinegar, so
Mm.
use baking soda. Use simpler, milder products.
Mm-hmm.
So again, go to the basics.
Yeah.
Go simple.
ठीक है. We can open the phone lines now, 972-501-9390. If you have any questions, then that is the number to call. Use your app, the Radio Azad fantastic app. Hit that call studio button and it will connect you with us so that you can ask your questions to Neelofer. Talking about cleaners and even detergent. So we have a lot of ingredients in them which may be harmful, right? Especially indoors. But the alternative, the green, we always feel कि नहीं वो इतना अच्छा साफ नहीं करता. So what's the
Mm.
balance?
Yeah, see, so these cleaners, they, again, volatile organic compounds. So
Mm.
when you spray those, there's a lot of volatile organic compounds that you are spraying in your air.
Mhm.
Okay. And such as, aluminum, benzene,
Mm.
those are really, really not good. Ammonia, chlorine,
Bleach.
bleach has it, right? So ammonia, chlorine, those things. So yeah, use bleach free products,
Okay.
use dye free products, use fragrance free products.
Mm-hmm.
So like we talked about, go to the basics. Your baking soda will do the job, your vinegar will do the job, your mild soap will do the job, right? And then these companies that I talked about, you can look them up online. They have good products. Seventh generation good products.
Mm.
They will clean. And
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
mean, I have seen, like, I have used baking soda and it has really helped with stains. And I don't feel like anything is not clean.
Mm.
So what about you? Have you used some of these more greener?
Yes. My sister in law, actually, she's a great environmental advocate. So
Yeah,
whenever she visits, then she always goes
brings.
and gets. And then once she leaves, we have all the leftovers. So then we
Right.
use it up. And yeah, they work pretty well,
They
you
work
know?
pretty well. It's
Yeah.
just a misconception, or I don't know, because we are used to of something, and your
Yes.
brain will always fight when you're changing something.
Mm.
But Clorox has come
Yes.
up with bleach
Bleach free?
free, fragrance free. If you love Clorox, right, they have that.
Okay. Yeah.
Use
And
it.
even like things like Tide and all, they have dye free, of quote unquote natural detergent, right?
Yeah. So now, as people are getting more educated, these companies are coming up with newer products.
Mm-hmm.
Just do your research and see if they are, cleaning your house should not mean dirtying your air.
Yeah. Or putting your health in jeopardy.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's very important. So
Hmm.
if you bring more attention to that, and then you will find products, if you do some research, you will find products that are out there, which are better products, much safer, and we can use them.
There's so many things that are acceptable here, which are not acceptable in other countries like Europe and Japan and all these. I mean, it's horrifying. I think we really need to hold these companies much more accountable.
Yeah. When we will stop using their products, then they will change. That's the best. We have
Yes.
the power,
we
consumers.
we just witnessed this last week with a certain TV show, right? Being reinstated on the air, with people canceling their subscription. So the power of the people is a lot. And I think, as far as our food, as far as what we are using, what we are consuming, it's very important that we do that. I mean, why should we use substandard products?
Of course. Yeah. It's just, I think, Aisha, more education and awareness. When people learn about these things, then they do take action.
Mm.
So, us talking about it here is useful. So, the more we talk about it, um, the more people research about these things, they get
Mhm.
educated. They Nobody wants to choose things that are not good for their health.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that.
Mhm.
So it's just, I think it's more of the awareness and
Awareness.
education. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Our caller is here. Radio Azad, you're on the air.
जी Assalamualaikum Asha and Neelofer.
Walaikum salam.
And जी Asha, you are doing a wonderful job of asking all the questions as usual. जो question मेरे mind में आता, you are already asking it.
So, telling good.
Yeah, which is good. And the other thing was, yeah, I love to burn the candles also. So थोड़ा सा तो Neelofer put the थोड़ा सा डिस्कस हुआ है. लेकिन फिर उसके साथ ज़ाहिर जब you are doing that, your air ducts, they get dirty also and all that. How often we should just, like I got mine cleaned like this last week, but do we need to do it deep cleaning, or if you keep up with the regular thing, it won't, hurt the air things in the house? Or is it like in Pakistan में वो अगरबत्ती जलाते थे या कोई, those are more safer. What is more safer?
So you're asking about fragrances, or you're asking about cleaning?
Cleaning and fragrances,
Okay.
both. क्योंकि
Yeah.
अब जो है कई candles जो हैं, they say they are soy made, So what is the difference if the candle has, soy on that, and then there are some which are saying cotton, वो जो जलता है उसको क्या कहते हैं, मेरे दिमाग से निकल रहा है. Yeah, cotton wick. So soy and cotton wick is more beneficiary or less harmful?
Yes. So see, the cotton wick that we talked about, that's much better than other plastic wicks, because when that wick is burning, it's producing some substances, some chemicals that then are airing out, and it's it's getting becoming a part of our environment, right? So we don't want that. That's why we're saying cotton wicks. We're talking about soy and beeswax, right? Because the other substances that are in the candles that are made and the fragrances that are synthetic fragrances that are put in, when it burns, then it produces some chemicals that are carcinogens. So that's why we don't want to go to those kind of candles. With respect to cleaning, again, all these products, when we spray, so wipes are much better than the sprays. Okay. So when you are spraying, and if it has synthetic products, it has fragrances, all those volatile organic compounds that I talk about, they're becoming a part of your environment and you're breathing them in. So that's why we're talking about going to the basics and doing our baking soda or vinegar or mild soap, which is not spraying all these chemicals in our environment, like we talked about, chlorine and ammonia and formaldehyde. Those are all carcinogens.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. I want to get to one thing, which is food color and food dyes. It is in so many things to make our, processed food look so palatable and so appetizing. You talked about the barbecue color as well. What is it specifically that we need to look out for?
So if there is an artificial dye, a synthetic dye, we want to stay away from it. If the color is coming from real food like turmeric or beet, right? Food has color. Then you are fine with that. So look out for that. That where is the color coming from? Additives, food coloring, dyes. You want to stay away from it. A classic packaged food that has it all is your Fruit Loops that our kids love.
Yes.
Right?
The cereals, right?
Cereals, really bad.
And yeah, absolutely. Okay. The process of cooking food, our chूल्हे, पुराने ज़माने में जो wood stoves होते थे, I mean, goodness, those were so bad for everybody, and the fumes that used to generate. And then we moved to, the gas stoves and and now even electric stoves and stuff. So gas stoves are a staple in so many kitchens, and so many chefs are using them. But there have been recent warnings about gas stoves and indoor air quality. Can you elaborate on
Yes,
this?
yes. So when we use gas stoves, what we are doing is we are uh, introducing nitric dioxide and carbon monoxide in our environment. All right. So now, if it's a closed kitchen, it's not very well ventilated,
Hmm.
then the amount of those gases will be higher inside than when you go outside and what is allowed outside.
Interesting.
Right. So that means the people who are using gas stoves, of course, we love our gas stoves because a chef would love gas stoves,
Hmm.
right? There are induction stoves that are much better. Again, it will heat up fast. So electric or induction are much better options because then you're not introducing nitrogen dioxide and carbon monoxide.
Hmm.
So I would say, yeah, just not only the food that is cooking on that stove is important. That stove itself is also important.
Okay.
So yeah, switch when you can. If not, like if there's no chance of upgrade or changes in your house, then ventilate the area. So your hoods, your vents, and especially if it's venting outside of your house, always use that with gas stoves. Um, Open those windows.
Okay.
Phone.
Charging phones, the Apple Watches, how bad are they?
Hmm. Yeah. See, with phones, computers, TV screens, they are emitting a lot of blue light. And what blue light does is it disrupts melatonin production in our body.
Hmm.
Okay. So then it will disrupt our sleep, right? Because the circadian rhythm will shift. You will not have that good quality of sleep. You will be waking up tired and groggy, which a lot of us do, right? So blue light is subtly doing that to us.
Hmm.
So there are, filters. There are built-in filters in your iPhone, your computer. Mac has it, Windows has it. Um, your TV nowadays, TVs have that night mode too.
Hmm.
So turn those on. So it will filter the blue light off, and you will not take that in. So I would say before going to bed, especially 1 to 2 hours before, try not to do screens, but we still all do. So then try to use these filters, use these night modes so that you can protect yourself from the blue light. Remember, your sleep is your reset. So protect it from blue light as you protect it from caffeine. You don't want to
Hmm.
drink caffeine at 9 p.m. at night, right? So treat it like that. Very
But is
important.
it just blue light, or is there some kind of radiation that is
Well, yeah,
emitted?
there are radiations, but like people say, oh, I have my Bluetooth
Yeah.
AirPods on and that's going to give me cancer. Well, there's not enough evidence
Hmm.
as of yet. There's not enough research on that. So, yes, you hear these kind of things and you get paranoid,
Mm.
but it's like, microwave, the radiations that are there, they are not detrimental for us. Now, if you are having those AirPods all day long, so remember the frequency of things.
Hmm.
How long you're putting that on is
Okay.
important.
Okay.
So don't come in a panic. Like, don't be so panicked that, oh, I cannot use anything.
Mm.
These radiations are not at a place where it can just start cancer in our body right away.
Hmm.
It's the longevity of the use, frequency of the use, you're right. So balance your life
Yeah.
with
Balance and moderation.
moderation is the key. Yeah.
Goodness, and we just have just a couple of more minutes, but I need to ask this question because it was making headlines last week, and we would be remiss if we did not talk about it on the show today. And that is the association between Tylenol and autism.
Yeah, that was in the news, right? um yeah, see, Tylenol and neurodevelopmental defects or autism. Is Tylenol causing it? There's a difference between association, a relationship, and causation. All right. So, association does not mean that it is causing it. Association does not mean causation. So, a lot of these studies are observational, right? The gold standard for studies is a randomized
Clinical trial.
controlled clinical trials, right? On pregnant women, you can't do that. It's unethical,
Yeah.
right? So the best you can do is observational studies, right? And with observational studies, a big thing that comes with that is confounders, right?
Yeah.
So now neurodevelopmental defects are happening because of Tylenol or because of fever and pain and inflammation, right? So these are the confounding factors.
Right.
So so you don't know, there's not much data yet on that. So we cannot clearly say that there is a causation here. What I would say to women who are pregnant and if they have fever and pain or inflammation, don't ditch your Tylenol. Work with your doctor. In the right amounts, maybe, they will prescribe you whatever is going on according to it, for a short period of time, because that inflammation and that pain and that fever is not good for the baby.
No.
So if you're keeping yourself there thinking that, oh, I cannot take Tylenol, you are doing a disservice there. So be careful. All these things that are in the news, just don't decide about your health with what is flashy right now in the news. Work with your healthcare provider and under their supervision, make decisions in that particular instance, whatever you are going through, what is right action to take.
Yeah. Very, very well said. All right. I think that's a wrap for us today on the show. Thank you so much for this breadth of information that you gave us. You can reach Dr. Basaria at 469-645-8681, and her Insta handle is DRBASARIA, Dr. Basaria, and drbasaria.com is her website. If you are looking to get healthy, lose your weight, and you want somebody to guide you through the process with lifestyle changes, she is the person. I've worked with her now a year, Neelofer, and with tremendous results. And I see all these wonderful women walking around who have gone through her program, and they are all looking so good, so good. I'm so proud of you and proud of them. And you can be one of them as well. 469-645-8681.